I think it's too much for my brain. I think it's too much for me to process. Simon Miller, Bald A-Hole here. Do we have the interesting video to go through today? Now, this is a very peculiar case because this certain video has only done like 13 views total, but I got at least 5 Instagram messages about it. So I'm going to assume it's the same person, but I appreciate their dedication to the cause. And of course I watched it. It had my name in it. Like if someone sends you a video and it has your name in it, we are just creatures of intrigue, I suppose. Curiosity killed the cat. I was like, well, I need to know what the hell's that about. So I watched it. And I thought to myself, somebody has put a lot of time into this, and while I don't completely understand it, and it's a little bit crazy, it did make me laugh. It made me feel like we had entered the strangest timeline ever, so I thought I'd share it with you, and together, well, we can just say thanks to whoever the hell this was. So the YouTube channel is just called Age. I mean, it's not a particularly big channel, so I don't know why on earth they're making videos about me. I don't think it's massively going to help. And it's called Simon Miller and Why He's Great. Now, initially, I thought this was just going to be somebody trolling me and saying, he's an absolute idiot, I can't stand him. But as you shall see, that is not really the case.
Great Britain. The sun is shining. The irons are banging. What a wonderful time to be alive. Why? Look, a bald a-hole.
Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm very proud about the fact that I've got bald a-hole over. I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty, but I basically stayed up the entire night last night. Again, for reasons we don't need to get into. Sometimes life just gets in your way like that. And I did a Q&A on my Twitter, cheap plug at Simon316, and I said, use the hashtag bald a-hole. And at one point, it was trending 9th in the United Kingdom. Now, the reality of this situation is that goes to show how easy it is to trend. All you got to do is get, some people reacting to this thing, and Twitter will go, oh my gosh, I better put it up. But that's a tick box thing for me. That really made me laugh. And within the first 10 seconds of this video, somebody's referred to me as the bald a-hole. So I'm going to say I took that insult, which is what it was originally. People in the comments said, this guy is such a bald asshole, this guy's such a bald asshole. And I have reclaimed it, and now it is mine.
This is Simon Miller. He is a bald a-hole, but he is very cool. Simon and his animal friends, Gerald and Stanley, are like the Muppets, but better.
I mean, that's not true. I love Stanley the Games Giraffe and General the Fitness mascot, who right now is being used as some sort of a stand. But look, even if I got like the 10th of the success and the popularity the Muppets got, I would be very happy and probably very, very rich. But I do appreciate the sentiment. And again, I like the fact that I can be described as a bald a-hole and cool. I want to get too off tangent here. I was bullied like crap when I was in school. It's not a problem. I've used it now to benefit myself and give myself this positive attitude. And I know loads of people have been through it. It doesn't make me special or anything like that. But to come full circle and somebody, again, the YouTube channel Age, to decide, hey, I'm going to tell that guy that I think he's cool. Kid Simon's really proud.
Simon himself is built like a superhero without the action figure.
Nah, that's true. Especially at the moment. It is a long old road coming back from surgery, but never forget, again, here's a life lesson for you. Perception is reality. So don't do what I just did. Just ride the wave.
He's like his famous relative, the doctor, astronaut, and many more, Johnny Sins.
Every time. Even in a video that I think is meant to be complimentary towards me, we have to talk about Johnny Sins. We've talked about it enough. I just think it's because we're both bald. I mean, he's a successful porn star. One day, knowing how the universe works, somehow we'll both end up on a video. And that will be the end of my life. But so be it.
Simon is very nice. He is also pretty big and macho, like Randy.
Oh, yeah! See, I don't see myself as macho at all. But it's interesting, this goes back to perception is reality, right? I remember I went on a press trip once. Man, this is becoming like daily stories with Simon. I went on a press trip once when I used to work in video games, and somebody actually came up to me afterwards and said, Simon, I want to apologize to you. I said, well, what have you done? And they punched me in the face. That's not true at all. But they said, I kind of judged you, and I feel bad about it because you got a bald head and you lift weights, and I thought you were going to be like, yeah, smash beer cans onto your face. I don't even drink. He was like, you're not. You were essentially like a gentle giant. And I took that as a massive compliment. I was like, that's very nice. You don't have to apologize. You can judge me all that you want. But it does go to show that people sometimes will judge a book by its cover. I'm not a macho guy. I think macho-ness, if that's even a word, is kind of stupid. I don't even really know what it would be. It kind of ties into, manly men. If you want to be a manly man and it works for you, awesome. But if you want to be an unmanly man, whatever the hell that would be, that's awesome too. It doesn't make you any less of a man because you're just you. And you should be living your life in a way that makes you happy.
Why do you like this Simon guy so much? Well, he is great like his famous relative Johnny Sins, and not you, Adam. Adam, mate, you suck.
Good old Adam Pearce. I mean, that's probably going to go over a lot of people's heads. He is currently a pseudo-general manager on Raw, SmackDown, WWE Professional Wrestling. Seems like a really, really nice guy. There was a picture that went up once when even I looked at it and went, you do kind of look like him, Simon. So that did the rounds. Adam Pearce will never see this video, but he does do a very, very good job.
Anyways, I like Simon because he makes me happy.
It just makes me laugh. I mean, it's a lovely thing to say. It's a wonderful thing to say. But the thought of someone saying, I'm going to make this video and tell Simon that he makes me happy, I think it's too much for my brain. I think it's too much for me to process. I think sometimes we can forget what a nice gesture that can be. This guy must have sunk a lot of time into this. Like, animation and cartoons are pretty tough to do. And yeah, I've watched it a couple of times now, obviously, once by myself and now once with you. And that was the line that just always made me go, it's just crazy. But you are very welcome.
By the way, Simon is also a fitness YouTuber. He's a good one at that. Look at these videos, it's great. He has a club, it's called the BLC, the Big Littles Club. Doesn't matter if you're big, doesn't matter if you're small. If you love what you're doing, you're in.
I'm really happy that's taken off as well. The flipping BLC, it's true. And I stand by it. Yeah, I merchandised it like an absolute moron. But I mean it. Seriously. If you're massive, great. If you're little and trying to get massive, great. If you're perfectly happy where you are, you can be in the Big Little Club. And it doesn't just pertain to the gym. It pertains to all walks of life. This ties into what I said literally 32 seconds ago. Be happy. And be happy for you. Find that inner voice inside of you and just embrace it. And don't worry about what anybody else thinks, because they're probably feeling the same way about you. And if they are doing anything negative, they're just projecting bad vibes. Flip it away and carry on.
As if you can't tell, Simon is a positive Pete, yeah? He's just a nice guy all round. He also talks about mental health. Speaking of mental health, Simon's background is mental. Why does it look real?
Everyone still thinks it's real. This is not real. Watch. Bam, it's a green screen. I'm planning to move house in the next few months because I've grown out of this place. If I actually planned the camera back and you saw it like Simon, you were like in a rabbit cage. It's small, which is fine. It works. I can make it work. But I would like a bit more room so I don't feel like I'm suffocating. But yes, I am sorry to destroy your life. I'm not a crazy millionaire that has this PlayStation background or PlayStation lounge. I just was mucking around with backgrounds and this was the one that got the biggest response. And I thought, well, look, it does tie into other stuff that I like video games, which is kind of ironic because I've got an Xbox Series X. I don't have a PS5. I would buy a PS5, but they're flipping impossible to get.
I like most things that he's doing, like gym fail reactions and other stuff.
I use it actually as a way to explain why we didn't have a gym fails reaction on Sunday. Again, I had a bunch of stuff just come up from nowhere and I had to go and sort it. I do apologize. But also, we are having a little bit of trouble with the gym reactions at the moment. YouTube is in one of their... We think this one was flagged as domestic violence. And I watched the whole thing, nothing there. Like I would ever put anything on my YouTube channel that was domestic violence related. We are still going to do them. I just may have to demonetize them. So if on those videos I do push my Patreon a bit more, I mean, I'll explain it then, but at least you know why. Because obviously, you need to make money out of this stuff. It's just life.
And speaking of wrestling, Simon is the host of Our Culture Wrestling's Ups and Down. With the finger of power, he gives the good bits an up and the bad bits a down for wrestling shows such as Raw, SmackDown, AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. Ups and Downs is one of, if not the greatest wrestling show on YouTube.
Now, I don't know how true that is, but once more, there's another line that just had me roaring in the aisleways. I will take anyone saying that I have the greatest wrestling show on YouTube, because there's some serious competition out there. But yeah, in case you don't know, obviously I do work for What Culture Wrestling too, and my big thing I suppose I do over there is Ups and Downs. It's just a review show with a cool name, and the concept works. You like something, you give it up. You don't like something, you give it a down. And that's just going to gauge the perfect reaction from the audience. Oh, I can't believe with that bald a-hole. I don't agree with his opinion. I love the fact that people enjoy it. And sometimes people will come up to you and say, I really enjoy that show. And there is a disconnect there. I think there has to be. You kind of upload it and you get into a habit of uploading it, so you forget that the number at the bottom of the screen is actually representative of people that are watching it, right? And I probably should do it a bit more. Well, I do. I always make sure I take a moment to appreciate what I have, but maybe not. Again, I never thought anybody would say that. Even if he's just saying it for hyperbole, he still decided to put it in a video, and that means a lot to me.
And Simon's favourite wrestler is Repo Man.
Repo Man is one of my favourite wrestlers, and people think I'm joking, but to me it sums up how goofy and stupid professional wrestling can be. It can also be super duper serious, which is why Bret Hart and Steve Austin are on that list as well. But you can have a guy that was deemed a heel or a bad guy because he repossessed things, even though that was his job. Now, really, he wasn't Repo Man. Really, he probably should have been described as Crime Guy, because he did just start thieving other people's stuff. But I did want to make it very clear that I'm not joking around. I think Repo Man rocks.
All in all, Simon is bold, humble, hardworking, nice and positive guy that just want to do nice things. He's a simple man, and I like it.
Bald, humble, hardworking, positive, and a nice guy. If this is the legacy that I leave after I have left this earth, I will take it, especially bald. I would love that. I want that on my gravestone. Everyone write it down now. What on my gravestone, just in case something happens. It can, I hope it doesn't, but it can. I just wanted to say bald. So, like loving, friend, like all that stuff. And I just wanted to say bald. So when people walk past, they're like, that seems a little bit unnecessary. So there you go. My man Age decided to make that video. You can tell the effort has been put into it. And it's kind of a weird balance here because you do feel a little bit arrogant flagging videos that you're in. But I watched it and I wanted to say thanks, essentially. And I thought, what better way to do it than this? Simon Miller and why he's great. I would say Simon Miller and why he's an all right dude. I'll take that. But I'll also take that one too. Now, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Hit the bell, ding, ding, so you know when other videos are going live. There is another video on the screen. Give it a click and see where it takes you. Again, I've got Twitter, Instagram at Simon316, patreon.com/Simon316. Going to be pushing that a lot more recently to try and make up for the gym fail videos. Boring. You can also buy Greg Doucette's Power 13 cookbook, link in the description below, and use the code Simon15 to get 15% off. Also have merchandise, can support me that way, simon.bigcartel.com. I think that's everything. The subscription is the biggest one because everyone likes seeing those numbers increase, and I'll see you on the next one.